So there's a lot going on in the digital space when it comes to learning and development. What are some of the challenges that organizations face when it comes to all of this?
Boy, great question. I'd say a couple things. Diversity of employees comes to mind. Diversity of experiences, diversity of learning preferences are the three things I'd say right at the top. We have in the modern workforce, you have 17-year-olds, you have 75-year-olds, and it runs the gamut relative to what they've been exposed to. You can have a very early career stage that have been very exposed to technology, not as exposed to the professional side, and vice versa. You've had people in seasoned career stages that we really need to upskill. That's really difficult, I think, right now for organizations to rectify because it's very much a human endeavor. Skilling is a human endeavor, just is. And so diversity of experiences, learning preferences. I think the other one is people's choice in learning. I might learn really well in front of you instructing me through a screen or through a lecture and take notes, and that's how I listen and learn auditory. Others need the hack. They need to be in a room. I need to play with it. You can lecture me all day long, but it won't register until I interact with the material. And so on a grand scale, those are, I think, some of the challenges, Sally, is just navigating that as an organization. How do I deal with the spectrum of learners, their preferred styles, and navigate that? And then lastly, I'd throw out the decentralization of learning. No longer is there typically in large organizations, one learning council who just kind of puts everything on a page. We are seeing a massive trend towards decentralized learning. This division, the HR division, the finance division, the legal division that wants to set their own learning courseware and curriculums that are more at the edge. That's a challenge because that then bears with reporting, and can I trust that those divisions will carry out a certain quality of learning, a certain amount or content? So it's both opportunity, but also, very, very difficult, I think, for some of these large organizations to navigate some of those challenges.
Yeah, one thing that comes to mind for the more decentralized option is just scale and resources, right? So which organizations or which functions are using, certain platforms, are like platforms being used in other parts of the organization. So that creates a discrepancy in terms of, the number of resources that are being used, duplication, things like that. So yeah, it's complex. It could get really complex.
Yeah, we see, just to give one last piece on that, we see a lot of conflict even within Microsoft of the desire for numerous groups to want to give employees training, but then we're cross-layering the cumulative effect of that training on the employee. And so we're having to back off, like, hold on, I already assigned these things. Right. I'm filling up this person's calendar with these things that I already prescribed. Now you're adding these additional requirements on this learner. And so do we want this person, this seller in Microsoft terms, or this technical person or this engineer spending this much time learning, skilling? What about the person's day job and what we're paying that person to execute? And so that's difficult because you see it from both ways.